I feel like you betrayed me.
Did you think she liked him at the time when you were having this conversation?
I really don't know if Phyna liked Groovy. You understand? I never even saw that coming because I don't know how you like a guy and you'll be pushing another girl. I go for him. This is it.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the JC Clubber, and I am Nova. And in this video, we'll be discussing the episode 5 of the BBNaija reunion. And this episode is hilarious, funny, and crazy. And it's a lot of, like, it's complicated because after watching and after the 25 minutes, because I did watch on Showmax, and after watching for that 25 minutes, when it comes to conversation about Phyna and Groovy relationship, to an extent, it was an inconclusive discussion. We don't even know the end, the beginning, what like the way forward, and it was just a complicated and messy one, and it was so bad. On this video, I'll be giving you a summary of everything that happened on the episode 5 of the Big Brother Naija reunion show. So let us start. Let's begin this. So upon returning, upon at the beginning of this episode, we had the conversation started with Amaka and Phyna, and the level one, really level one or level two. I think they are level one. So Amaka and Phyna had this wonderful relationship they share on the show as friends, and they actually fell out at a point, and when they fell out, everybody actually point out like, oh, them falling out was on the basis of the fact that Amaka really wanted to be with Groovy, which Phyna, whom she had sent to go discuss this to Groovy, really did not do that and went to get the guy for herself. So yeah, they made clarity and the rest, and it is just like that. However, I actually applaud the fact that Phyna was, at least at this point on during this conversation, she's accountable that yes, this is how it played out. I did bad, and she did apologize to Amaka. However, the conversation about Phyna's apology being a kind of apology that is not sincere, that is not genuine. It's just like, just take this apology for the fact that I just need to apologize to you. It's not because you really see she see the need to apologize. So it was like that, and they just actually just let that conversation be. So it was like, I think that conversation was not conflicted. Everybody admitted to how they contributed to it. Nobody was trying to manipulate or trying to go away or trying to not actually stay accountable to whatsoever they have done. So that was that. Then we had the whole night discussing Phyna and Groovy. So one clarity, or I think important thing there, which we only had with this conversation, was the fact that prior to this reunion, there were times on vlogs and everywhere that, oh, Phyna is an abuser, she really did abuse Groovy, she do a lot of things were like online then, and yet it was like put to them, it was put to Phyna if at any point she did abuse Groovy. And during this reunion, she was like, no, she never abused him. It was never like that. That was just online narrative, and all of this started coming up after they broke up. So he do not have his mind of his own anyway. So for me, I just feel like, and also she talked about how she knew that Groovy do not really genuinely like that Groovy really did like Chomsy, but because she really saw it like, okay, since this is a game you want to play, like Groovy just wants to be with her because she is so like, she's very strong and he wants to actually stay long on the show. So Groovy decides to just stay with her. They're like, okay, for the fact that I know I can actually stay with someone who is strong, something like that. So she actually had that conversation and she was of that opinion. But for me, I felt like for Groovy, even if Groovy had wanted to play that game, fine. But to an extent, if Groovy had wanted to go for someone else after Beauty left the house, it would have been a very hard one for him after Phyna was like already in that space. Phyna was very dominant with Groovy and the rest, and I don't even think that Groovy having someone else would have been something that he would have done. And also one thing I realized about Groovy while they were on the show, I to an extent he actually wanted Jomsy, he likes Jomsy and the rest, but I think he's someone who is big at pleasing people, because if he was not like trying to please Phyna, trying to not make Phyna feel bad, or trying not to, it was just wanted everything to work out. He felt it's for me, I see it as someone like, oh, he saw how Beauty left. It was not something he really did like or he really wanted, and I felt like he was just avoiding Phyna being in the same situation. So he just felt like, okay, this is actually cool. Probably she's strong. It's gonna help me in the game, and this girl genuinely likes me. So let me just actually test the water. I feel like that was what it was for Groovy to be in that relationship with Phyna while the show was on. And she also discussed about how she felt like, oh, it was just so she was there for the game. She was in that. She was so she realized it was not a genuine something, and so she decided to just stick to it because it's a game, and she just wanted to give people content. So I feel like if that was why she was on the show or on that relationship, she did not really put it to an end, and she was like, okay, it's for content's sake. We were not really getting content after the show come to an end. So why do you still have to keep up with the relationship till January? I think the show ended September. The relationship lasted like 4 months after the show, and you were still into that relationship. So I feel like that was not an excuse. You genuinely liked him. It's not like not because the relationship did not work out. You're not trying to say, "Oh, I was in the relationship for content's sake." I feel like it's just a story that it is not adding up to me. So I think that is all I'll be discussing